3rd of December. Oh, we finally made it. Kind of. Holiday trading ahead with the weekends, but the only observed holiday is the 26th and the 2nd. So the markets will still be open. Wall Street's still open. Forex still open. Chart alarms are set. I'm taking a little time off next week, the next couple weeks. Taking a little break from the trading rooms, but I'll still be around and still posting in Telegram here and there when it is required. But yeah, let's have a look at everything today. How's everybody doing? Before we begin, we understand this risk in trading. Please and always use trade capital only. Do not trade with money you cannot afford to lose, whether trading stocks, options, futures, forex, cryptos. You know the risks. If you're following me out there on social media, make sure it's the real me. Mondays and Fridays, youtube.com/Chris Pulver. Like I said, a little holiday break the next couple of weeks. Just a little downtime, some decompression. Just take a load off from the markets for a split second. All right. And Twitter at @RokoSPulver, Instagram at @RokoSPulver. If you get any messages from me, it's probably not me. If there's a number in there, if there's an underscore, if there's, two letters like real with two L's, stuff like that, those are scammers. Please report them and get them kicked off social media, block them, all that good stuff. All right, let's dive into the charts. So we're trading pre-market 380. This is down about $1. I was watching this earlier. It was about 381. Now we're down. Pretty volatile day yesterday. Not a massive candle, but big indecision candle. So clearly the market's trying to make something happen. I don't think there's a way that this market gets back to 410. So our 400 by 405 bear call spread, that's out to January. That's a nice profit right now, but we're going after the full shebang at 3.10, which would mean that we're going to collect $3.10 of credit per contract as long as price stays below $400, which I think going into, end of this year, going into January, I think that's very possible. Had an interesting tweet last night from Jordy Visser from Weiss Capital Management. It was just acknowledging the order flows or the market cap. Excuse me, S&P 500, actually S&P energy sector market cap started this year at 1.2 trillion, currently is 1.8 trillion. Energy sector market cap. So we have a $600 billion market cap increase in U.S. energy, and we have about an $830 billion exit from tech. Okay. Amazon market cap is way down. Meta market cap way down. Apple market cap is way down. So tech is pretty toxic. The Fed is likely going to raise rates still and stick to the script, and that is tighter for longer, higher for longer, restrictive for longer. And I think the market is bracing for that. If we have a rough Q1 with earnings compressions, then most likely we'll see these October lows revisited. So, we've had lengthy conversations for a long time about where this market's likely going to go. Even though this certainly has every feel of a bear market, it certainly has not had like the panic, just hold on to your butts and put your head in the sand and hope it all goes away. This actually has been a fairly obedient and tame bear market. And that should concern you because it kind of concerns me. The reason why is if we're about to retest these October lows, right? If we're going to retest these October lows, does it get worse? Do we retest the October lows and play out this perfect channel bear market? Or do we have October lows and a big capitulation move? I've told traders this last couple of months. I mean, from 340 on the SPY, 340 down to 300. I know that's a large area, okay? But if I'm looking at a logical low to form on the SPY, that would be it. So would I get aggressive in here? Sure. Aggressive with options. I wouldn't just start buying stocks. I'd get aggressive with options because I want to start getting positioned for some income. I want to get positioned for some rally, and I want to try to time, the protection of my portfolio. So right now, I still have some bear call spreads. I've got some hedges that are working out. So the VIX I'm long. The VIX I'm long. The SPY I'm short. The Qs I'm short. Apple I'm short. And just trying to add more covered calls and lower my cost basis. I had assignments overnight that I've got to address in class today at 10 o'clock. Snapchat, Ford, CTRAs, Energy, DOCN, and ABEV. This particular account, I'm just going to take the small loss. This will be on a 50-cent credit spread. This is a $2 loss out of an $8 credit. So again, small. I'm not willing to allocate the cash to owning shares yet. So I'll fix those up today in class at 10. Let me log into the YouTube channel and say hi to everybody. And yeah, a little holiday schedule ahead. We'll talk about that at the end. Let's
Do
see
you
here.
trade options? Did you know?
All right, Chris is in the house. Tony is here. Gary is here. Steve, what's happening? John, what's happening? Craig, good morning. Tom, good morning. Moch, good morning. Ken, what's up, man? How's the weather in LA? I was skiing for about 7 hours last night. So weather here is good for skiing. Other than that, not that great. Fernando, good morning. Walt, good morning. How are you? Nice to see everybody. All right, happy Friday, everybody. Happy Friday and happy holiday edition. I'm gonna type this in the chat. Holiday edition for the Pulver Report. There we go. Okay. All right. So SPY today, 380 last day before the holidays. If you are traveling, travel safe. Had some friends, family all in the Midwest. They're just getting hammered right now with a pretty terrible storm. So I know the Midwest is getting peppered. We've got some snow coming here out in Utah, but it's always fun to be with friends and family. But be safe out there. All right, Giza morning. Okay, so let's have a look. Dollar, gold, silver. I had an article I want to pop in this morning. Let me take a look. Let's see here. All right, markets. I did a year to date earlier. Morning Brew has a nice little excerpt on Sam Bankman-Fried. Heading to his parents' home in Silicon Valley after being released on a $250 million bail yesterday. The former FTX CEO has been under house arrest while he awaits trial for fraud. Dude, that guy better go to jail. Allegations that he moved customer funds from a crypto exchange into his other company, a crypto hedge fund called Alameda Research, but he wasn't alone. The former CEO, 28-year-old former CEO of Alameda, pleaded guilty in a row for a massive grift. Oh boy. Anyway, this is nuts, man. That that better shake out the right way. Catherine, good morning. Merry Christmas Eve. Yep. Milwaukee. All right. Wisconsin. Yeah, nice. Steve, good morning. How are you? Okay. DXY. So if we haven't broken this trend line yet, there's still potentially a little leak to the downside. We were talking about this, past resistance becoming support around 103. Through the holidays, we might see, and again, it really just depends if Santa wants to see green for Christmas or more red. So far, Santa has been hemorrhaging. The Santa rally has been non-existent, so we'll call that the Christmas crash. But we'll see if the dollar index drifts a little bit lower. If it does, if dollar index drifts lower, then perhaps there's a little upside on the markets, indices wise. But I don't think we're going to take out 410 on the SPY. That was the high we just had after that CPI news last week. So 410 is going to be a tough obstacle. We're kind of stuck between 380, 390 right now. It could be a bit of a pause, but we'll find out. So again, expect some thinner markets, expect some lower volume, and we'll see how that translates into our, stock market. We'll see what happens with day-to-day volatility over the next couple of weeks because we do have some trading, right? The market's still open, Tuesday the 27th through the 30th. They're open the 3rd through the 6th. But, just set a lot of chart alarms because there's not going to be a ton of excitement, I don't think. Okay. That's DXY. So possibly if we stay on the left-hand side of the trend line, more DXY to the downside till 103. We'll go to oil. Oil is at 79.62. Let me just go ahead and set a chart alarm here at 80.50. That'd be a fresh high on oil. And I have been long oil since this level around 70 bucks. I've been long the CAD looking for some oil correlation. CAD Swiss is one of my favorite trades. We took some profit on New Zealand CAD, pound CAD last week. We're short on Euro CAD right now. So we've had some pretty good plays there. And if that continues to go up, we could be revisiting this, $90 area and just look for some range trading on oil. Gold and silver, the dollar, we'll see how the dollar plays out. But gold, if I can type in the right symbol, gold is still clinging to some hopefully higher highs. If the dollar drifts lower, gold should drift a little bit higher. Silver has been having a pretty solid comeback. And same thing here. If we're not breaking this structure, let me put a trend line in here. If we're not breaking this structure on silver, like so, then we would look for dollar weakness and silver to continue to rally. I would love to see silver get up to here. If we can come back and challenge this high, this could be a really nice bottoming formation on silver. So this could be a left shoulder or a crown pattern. This could be our right area that forms later where we start buying. I would look to buy more if we can accumulate more between $21 and $19. I would certainly buy more silver. So I'll take a look at that. Bitcoin trading at 16,821. Not really that exciting at the moment. Ethereum trading at 1219. Not that exciting at the moment. Like I said, stock wise, I have to do some management this morning on some assignments. Ford is back down to the potential range lows. We had a good discussion yesterday on CTRA for equities on demand, trading 24.62. You know, if oil goes up, it should give a little boost to energy stocks. And so we did add some credit spreads in on CTRA. The ownership price, I'm not sure that I want to keep the shares that were assigned. I think it's easier if I just take fresh credit spreads, take the loss, and work it for. I think we'd lose like 50 cents or 45 cents on it, but then add in some new Q1 credit spreads and see if this wants to pop up for some income. If it does drop lower than in this $20 zone, I'm willing to own this. This one also has a ridiculous like 9 to 10% dividend. That's pretty reliable. So I certainly don't hate that. And same thing on Ford. I mean, Ford's still a pretty solid low volatility, 3.5 to 4% dividend, 5% dividend. So, not a bad one to hold if you have the cash margin to hold. You can obviously use some options to work that cost basis down a little bit. All right, let's talk currencies. I'll just flip through here. Aussie CAD, if we get a pullback, which we're getting, I'm looking for a chance to buy the Aussie CAD. We're trading at 91.10. If we get down between 9,000 and 8,800, I'm looking for a low to form in here, and I'm looking for another chance to buy the Aussie CAD. If we have low, high, I'm looking for a nice little equilibrium, that 5.0 area, which should get us right around 9,000 to 8,900. Trying to get some confirmation on a nice little system like Master Flex, which, by the way, we have class today at 1 p.m. Eastern Time to discuss some robot stuff. I saw some questions pop up in the Telegram chat, so we'll address that. And I also have some emails I wanted to address in class today. But Aussie CAD, I'm looking to buy it back around 9,000. Aussie Swiss, if the bulls can do this, if the bulls can break above this high, right now it looks like we're in a bit of a falling wedge, and this might continue to drift a little bit lower towards 6,000. But I'm still going to buy more at 6,000 from there, expecting a decent rally back up towards 6,450, then a bottoming pattern to emerge. So whether it's a head and shoulders or a crown pattern, 6,000 is a really good buy zone in my opinion, or anything back above this falling wedge. Let's say that price works its way back outside this wedge, challenge 6,450, then you look for pullbacks, then look for more. So right side of the wedge, right side of the trend line, Aussie Swiss long, I like. Aussie yen. This one, we'll see what happens. With the big news this week on the Bank of Japan, if we have high to low, we're just getting some pullbacks in here. I'd still look to fade that move. So the yen basket, I'm still looking for some strength. Aussie New Zealand, we took some profit, and I'm glad I did. We hit highs around 107.20, just shy of my 4-hour target. I'm looking to get back in. Here's my 4-hour. So we have a pullback. I think I'm going to, let's see here. I could get back in. I'm going to put a pending order here around 106.15. Let me see if this pops up. Where's all right. My chart should be popping up here in a moment. If I start buying back in 106.60, 107 and change, fill that pocket. Yeah, I like that trade. Let me check currency strength chart right now. Okay. Daniel, good morning. How are you? Steve, good morning. John, what's happening? All right, so we've got the JPY on the bottom. Not a ton of volatility. Hang on a second. So Kiwi, Aussie, CAD, Euro's up. Everything else baseline. Yen's a little bit softer. Okay, so let me see here. If I did a little Aussie, New Zealand, I think I'm going to put a pending order here around 106.16. 106, there it is. Why is it up there? Aussie, New Zealand. All right, so Aussie, New Zealand took some profit. Let's see, decent bar count on the 4-hour time frame, but I'm just thinking probably somewhere around 106.16, and down here near the lows again to start to get a little accumulation. But I'm looking to see if we can come back into this supply zone. We have a nice little pocket here on the daily time frame. So actually, you know what? I like this trade enough that I'm going to go ahead and put in a buy right now. Okay. So I'm going to buy it there and then a pullback towards 105. We'll go 105.80. I'll go 105.80 and trade the change the trade size for a little non-FIFO action, 1.0580. Okay, and go to the daily time frame. So let's see here. If I did 4.14, lows around 104.85. I'll just put a low here at 104.90. Okay, and then I have some pending orders already sitting down here. This is 103.50. This is 102, and this should be just above parity. So on the higher time frame, here's what I'm looking to do. Here's a monthly time frame. So if this is just resistance and support, if we had 1, 2, 3 months to the downside. Now this trade is still potentially from this low to this high. We might have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We might still have a big wave coming to the upside. Now I don't know if I'm going to hold all of that, but if we get to 107.50 or higher, I might look to hold on to Aussie New Zealand to the upside. But I'm going to still accumulate a little bit entry wise. And if we get to, that 200 EMA or get to my 4-hour supply zone of this daily pocket around 108.50 to 109, that's a nice little chunk of profit up there. Okay. Yeah, good question. So snow wise, we've had probably 2 feet of snow the last couple of weeks. So like yesterday, I went skiing, new resort. I've got a pass at Park City, so I'm spoiled. I can be on the slopes in 20 minutes. And yesterday I checked out a resort called Brighton, and man, the powder was fresh. It was really fun. So it was a smaller resort, but summit's like 10,000 feet, looks over everything. You can see for miles, and the powder was freaking awesome. So yeah, we've had a couple feet of snow, but the best part is roads are clear, and it was still like high 20s, low 30s. So look, I'm not. I'd rather be like next week I'm going to Arizona to play some golf. So I'd much rather be in the sun. you know, but if I have to tolerate winter, I don't mind skiing. The only thing I was bummed about yesterday is I bought these heated finger gloves, and you actually charge a battery and turn them on, and they didn't do squat. So they will be going back, and I'm still on the hunt for like the warmest gloves possible. My fingers get so cold. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. All right, I digress. Okay, so a little buy on the Aussie New Zealand. I'm looking to accumulate. So little trade now, little trade now. It says trade 1, trade 2, trade 3. Okay, just to build a little bit, and I'll take it down into the zeros on a bigger position trade. But my goal, let's fill this pocket. Let's fill this pocket. Let's make some money on the Aussie New Zealand. Let's also break this trend line. We start breaking this trend line, I'm much more willing to hold this trade to the upside. Okay, Aussie dollar. We're right on the cusp here. Let's go to the daily time frame. We talked about this one the last couple of weeks. I mean, it's really just dollar index dependent, right? I mean, if the dollar gets weaker, this Aussie dollar can still rally up towards 7,000. Dollar gets stronger, and we have risk off slide in the stock market. Dollar gets stronger. This Aussie dollar certainly pulls back into a zone here around like 65 or 64. So it's kind of a toss up trade. I personally don't like the position on it right now. I think if you're going to get bullish, you want to see confirmation above here. If you want to get bearish, you go down to a smaller time frame and follow the current alignments. But it's really a toss-up trade, so I'm not that clear on the direction even over the next couple weeks for the holidays. CAD Swiss, I'm looking for this one to start breaking this trend line, start to get up, especially if oil continues to rally up above $80. This could be just a pretty simple trend line break, gravitate back up towards this previous low, this breakout point, nice little pocket between 71.50 and 73. I like CAD Swiss a lot, so I've started position a little bit down here. I'll add more to it on the right-hand side of the trend line, getting some robot deployments as well to the upside. Speaking of robots, pretty sure my robots did pretty well this week. Pockets Pattern Pro up 354 pips. Perfect Storm up 283 pips. And Perfect Storm Pro up 604 pips. Wow. So 604, 283. So 604, 283, that's almost 900 pips. and another 350. That's 1,200 pips, 1,250 pips this week in robot trading. And let me see if I pulled in some. I know I had some profit for my manual trades. 180 pips to add to that with manual trades this week. All right. No complaints. All good. So not a bad week. CAD yen. CAD yen. With that, again, Bank of Japan, high to low, little retracement, looking to fade that move back down. Swiss yen, same thing. We're getting a little pullback here. Trying to watch this low here at 141. Also, a previous monthly high around 139, round number at 140. So, big push to the downside, break below this low. Hopefully, this is nothing more than sideways and then more erosion. We also have a really high bar count on the daily that I'm after. So, I'm going to stick with the Swiss yen to the downside. Euro Aussie, I talked to traders this week on the potential bounce here. So break, retest, go. Looking for long on the Euro Aussie. Euro CAD looking for a short. Okay. So again, if you wanted to short Euro CAD here, okay, you got to be willing to take a short. You got to be willing to take a short. You got to be willing to take a short. Right. We had a position set up at 146. And then again at 148, and then again at 150. So looking at a high to form on this Euro CAD after a really big move. I mean, this thing's gone up 1,500 pips with virtually no pullbacks. We have three weekly pivots in a row right here, and a monthly pivot in a row. Not in a row, but monthly pivot right there. So it's a huge pivot cluster, lots of pockets, big move to the upside with some inefficiencies and overbought conditions. So, because it's a holiday, there may not be a big correction here. Okay, what we might have instead is maybe the path of least resistance as it comes back up and hits this high, right? So if it does, that's fine, but I'm looking to fade, this area between 146, 148, and 150. That's Euro CAD. That's also the reason I'm long on CAD Swiss. Euro Swiss, can we please get a break above this high? If we do, then let's go to 105. So this is a nice one to watch and keep an eye out for 2023. This might be a consolidation trade right here, but I'm looking to add more around one. This is 9,700. So looking to maybe add on a spot at 97 and then have some stacked up orders on the breakout going towards 105. That's Euro Swiss. That would be, I don't think I'm getting my Christmas gift on Euro Swiss, but possibly it can be a nice little way to celebrate the new year. Guy can dream, right? Euro Pound, possibly a range trade. Take this down to the 4-hour time frame. We have some overextended conditions. Looking for this to start turning south. If it starts to turn south, really nice trade with confirmation on Master Flex. Easy trade. So look for confirmation there on Euro Pound. Euro Yen, just pulling back. So high to low, this could just be a pullback in here. And then we break lower. So, again, I'm sure there's some traders that are short-term fading this move, and that's fine. But I'm looking to see if there's more downside. Euro New Zealand, no trade. Euro dollar, very sideways right now. This is going to give us a breakout at some point. Sideways, sideways. Either dollar gets weaker and this goes up, or dollar gets stronger, this goes down. I'm not sure yet. It seems like we've stretched pretty far from the lows around 96 to the highs at 107. That's an 1,100 pip correction. But we did the math on it. Around 109 should be the 50% correction. 50% correction around 109. So if there's more dollar weakness ahead, I think this euro dollar can stretch to 109. The dollar is also a very crowded trade. That's perfect storm. Is that perfect storm, Rich? Is that what you're asking? Perfect storm? Type that in the chat. Or what PR is what? Yeah, perfect storm. Yeah, so honestly, Rich, it's the same currencies I've traded for the last 3 years, man. There's like 8 currencies that I trade. It's in the doc. It's been shared multiple times in the Telegram channel. I mean, off the top of my head, I can tell you it's probably Aussie CAD, New Zealand CAD, Euro CAD, probably Euro, Swiss, Euro Pound. Again, I mean, I can find it. Hang on, I'll just look for it. I'll find it. I'll leave it hanging. I know I put it in Flex somewhere. Let's search Flex. Go Perfect Storm. No, that's not it. Here we go. Search Flex. There. Yep, right here. So inside the Flex Trading Room channel, if you want to take a screenshot of this and make a note of it, Aussie CAD, Aussie Swiss, Aussie New Zealand, CAD Swiss, Euro CAD, Euro Swiss, Euro Pound, New Zealand CAD, New Zealand Swiss. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 currency pairs. Okay. And for Perfect Storm Pro for the last, I mean, Perfect Storm's been out for 3 years. Perfect Storm Pro is the last 2 years. I have not really deviated from trading these currency pairs full auto. So do they have some drawdowns every now and then? Yeah. But do they make pips almost every single week? Yep. I mean, this week alone, like I said, my Perfect Storm Pro is up. Perfect Storm Pro was up 604 pips. My Perfect Storm Original was up 283 pips. My Pockets Pattern Pro, which by the way is up 354 pips and up 12,500 pips this week. That thing's been only issued and launched since April. Late April, I launched Pockets Pattern Pro, and man, that is just freaking killing it. Like 12,000 pips, man. Full auto. Me likey. Cool. Yep. So there's your Perfect Storm stuff. Okay, euro dollar, we're good. Pound Aussie, we looked for a short. We have it. We're back up around 35, 40 pips. Let's set a chart alarm down here, 78.86, and chart alarm up here around 82.78. Pound CAD, we should be protecting some profit. We were short on the pound CAD up here. Really nice trade back down to this third pivot in a row, targeting the 1 hour 200 EMA, which was hit right in here, and then our 4 hour little cluster, which is fine. Now, look, I still think this is a high, low, lower, low, possibly lower, high, lower, low. I would still look for like this 1.60 level on the pound CAD to get hit. So if you like short pound CAD, I think it's a good trade to stay short. Pound Swiss, hopefully pound Swiss and euro pound are going to be moving in tandem. So this would be support on the pound Swiss to go back up, and we're looking at resistance on the euro pound to go down. So that's a trade that I'll probably carry over into 2023. Pound yen, I'm looking for a flag to fade. Pound dollar, we've already protected profit on the longs. If you were short, traders had a chance to get short here with confirmation around 2,300. That's worked out pretty nicely back down to that 1.20 handle. New Zealand CAD also took some profit in this one. High, low, lower, low. Great spot to take a few hundred pips. New Zealand Swiss, we took profit. New Zealand Yen, my robot's active for the Masterflex. I got a confirmation right here around 85.50. New Zealand dollar. This one, so if the New Zealand dollar comes back between like 61 and 6,000, I'm actually interested in looking for a buy trade. But it would be confirmation only. You know, I'm looking for green on Masterflex. I'm looking for bullish alignments. If I don't have them, I'm not obviously not going to take a buy trade. Okay, dollar CAD, CLF crossing 17. Freaking A, go CLF. We had some credit spreads yesterday. My fund is in some long calls on CLF, so that's rocking and rolling today, which is good. Dollar CAD, no trade in this one. Dollar Swiss, 93.13. We'll see if this one wants to make its way back up. This is a falling wedge. If we can break above this 200 EMA, there's a pivot. There's a big level of demand or supply rather, and there's a huge pocket. So I'm looking for some inefficiencies on the dollar Swiss to trade back to 96.50 and 97.50. That's a nice little profit window. And dollar yen, 132.92. Again, looks very corrective, right? Big BOJ candle, high to low, just a little corrective right here. Hopefully this is going to drop. Okay, so that's why I'm looking at the yen basket for a little bit more strength. All right, Wall Street is open. CLF just went off. That's Cleveland Cliffs. This thing's starting to rip, which is good. So we added some trades yesterday. We did I think we did the 17 by 16s or the 16 by 15s, and those got filled for some credit. Also, we have, I mean, we have cover calls all over the place. We had some assignments early, which is kind of annoying. I mean, honestly, especially when my brokers break it up. So I'm going to be taking some small losses here. So worst case scenario is I take a 50-cent loss on ABEV. I take a $2 loss on DOCN. I take a 45 to 50-cent loss on CTRA, 45 to 50 cents on Ford, and probably 45 to 50 cents on Snap. So that'd be losses right there just because I don't want the assignment. Now, I will add, I might actually keep ABEV. That's an inexpensive stock with some decent dividends. What I'll do is I'll replace the loss on CTRA with some fresh trades. I'll probably stay out of DOCN because that's some tech, and I'll add some new credit spreads on Ford in the low teens, and then Snapchat will stay out of. So it's not that hard. I mean, if I take losses on these, I can certainly repair them, go out to Q1, February, March, April, beyond even if I want to, and start adding some more credit spreads. I'm a big fan of options right now, not trying to get overcommitted with cash because I want to be very neutral going into next year. Right? Let's go back to the SPY to wrap things up for today. Yeah, thanks, Donna. Yeah, if everyone would, we got about 60 people watching right now. If you'd hit that thumbs up button for me, please. Real quick, let's get 60 people watching. Let's get 60 thumbs up. Go back to the SPY. We're trading at, let's go to the daily time frame, 380. So I don't expect much to happen today. I'm going to see if there's a chart alarm at these lows at 374. So some fresh lows right there. If we come back and fill this high at 387, just going to keep some chart alarms tracked. Chart alarms down here at the lows at 360. We've got some really nice bear call spreads that will be worth about $7 per contract. We have a bear call spread up here worth 310. Also, one thing I'm looking to lose, it'd be next week, the SVXY, trading at 57, and I'm going to lose this at $50. So I've looked at rolls, but the reality is I've worked this cost basis down to 43 bucks. So I'm still going to make like $6 or $7 a share. I tried to roll it. It's still pending. I doubt that's going to roll. I could be pleasantly surprised, but I doubt it. So if it does roll, it'll be another dollar off essentially for my break even, and I'll keep making some money on SVXY. But that'll be nice to get some margin back and continue to be ready for opportunities next year. Okay. All right. So really quickly, let's just touch on the calendar for next week. So happy Friday. Thanks for coming into the poll report today. Next week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, I am off. If I feel up to it, again, it's not a big deal, but I want to enjoy the holidays. Monday, Wall Street's closed, markets observing for Christmas Day. I'm not going to do a YouTube session. There's no trading room sessions. I'm taking off next week. I'm taking off the week after. So the 26th through the 6th, no live sessions, right? I may post a video, right? If I post a video, honestly, I'll probably put it in every outlet. I'll put it in my YouTube page and post a video. I'll share that with everybody in my Telegram channel. So Equities on Demand trading rooms, Flex and Master Flex. I'll share the video, whatever I do, because most likely I'll address all the asset classes. Okay. But travel next week, off the next week. I need a couple weeks to just decompress, just like everyone else does. Enjoy the holidays, enjoy the time with friends and family, travel safely, and happy trading, lots of profits. Okay. All right. Stocks and options students, equities on demand. I'll see you at the top of the hour at 10 o'clock. We got some work to do to repair some trades. And also, I've got some assignments that happened overnight in my TD Ameritrade account, so I need to address those. So I'll start working on those now. And also, Masterflex students stay at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. We'll wrap up class. Okay. Daniel, I have not, dude. I know. And look, I'm not making any excuses. I feel bad. It's awful. All right. I'm a terrible person, Daniel. All right. But I know how to find them. And I will be at my computer all day. So let me see if I can get them done today. I'm looking at this Aussie New Zealand right here. Do I move this stop loss or do I move this trade a little bit? Let's see here. Daily pullback. 4 hours still has a pretty good bar count. Took out a high. Yeah, I'm going to keep that. I'm going to keep the trades running. I like that Aussie New Zealand. Okay. All right, everybody. Thanks for being with me today. Happy Friday. Thanks for tuning in to the poll report, and happy holidays. Right. I'll see you for the rest of today for classes, and enjoy the next couple weeks. Travel safe. Happy holidays. Happy New Year. But like I said, if I do post anything, I'll update it. It'll be in Telegram. You'll see me post a video or something on YouTube. If anything crazy happens in the market, I'll certainly be watching. I mean, I've got probably hundreds of chart alarms set all over the place. I'm still going to monitor the markets on my phone. So I'm not done. I just, need a little breather. Okay. Aussie entry 88.45. Okay. 88.45. Okay. What about it? Are you short or are you long? Are you long in this retracement or are you short looking for fresh lows? So I'm just waiting for confirmation. We have a lot of sideways movement right here, right? This to me just looks like a correction, like that. So if it's here, 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 just pulls back in some of this area, then I'm looking for that follow through. But if you got a little 88.45, that's fine, or whatever you're. I mean, 88.45 is yeah. I mean that's fine. If your stop loss above that BOJ candle, you know. So anyway, okay, sounds good. All right, buddy. Happy Friday. See you in classes today, and talk to you soon. Thanks. Bye.